Hello and welcome to yet another Zombie Survivors, and this video is kindly sponsored by Awesome Games Studio, and if you would like to check out the game, there is a link in the description. It has just received a major content update. Oh yes, new map, new items, I believe even a new character. I haven't taken a look at the character selection screen just yet, but as you can see, I actually have 151 training points. You may be asking yourself, how did you get that? How did you get that? Well, actually, it's because I've just been playing a huge amount of the game because I used to play a huge amount of this, and obviously I haven't had time to check out the new update. So I thought to myself, yes, this seems like a great idea. So what are we going to do? Well, I'd obviously like to get some more experience points, and we want to deal more damage with our weapons. We want to collect more money so we can upgrade ourselves faster. We want to get more health. We want to run faster as well, of course. And now we get a bunch of other things as well. I want to be able to, pick up experience and power much faster. I'm not entirely sure whether I really care too much about my abilities at the moment, but I do care about receiving less damage. So we're going to take a little bit more of that. Weapons have increased fire rate. That's going to be extremely useful. Invincibility frames after taking damage, super useful too. Probably going to go for some critical hit chance because I'm actually going to be using a character that benefits from that quite significantly. And we also have health regeneration here. I don't know whether we really need health regeneration that dramatically, so not really going to be going for too much there. And then I'll just slap a point into invincibility frames. The dodge chance is also going to be really useful here, but I'm going to just leave that for the moment because I might not end up using the character that actually benefits from it. So anyway, as you can see right here, I've obviously been playing a bunch of the SWAT. As you can see, he's got everything. He's got everything that you could possibly want. I played a bunch of the Ghost as well as the Huntress. The Medic is surprisingly powerful, by the way. Surprisingly powerful. So let's see what we can do here. What do we want to do? Where do we want to start? Who do we want to start with? I think we probably want to start with the Ghost. I'm thinking we'll start with the Ghost, and then we'll go for something else along the way. I'm not entirely sure how we're going to do with it, but, let's just try it out, shall we? Obviously, the Huntress is really good too. Actually, you know what? Let's go with the Huntress. Let's go with the Huntress. Okay, so this is the new map. It's Vile Wasteland. It has new enemy types on it as well, and of course, you can play it on Endless mode too, and there's also a Hardcore mode as well. And runs last for up to 10 minutes because it is actually really difficult. I attempted to play the hardcore mode on the previous map, and let's just say it didn't go too well. There's also a manual aiming mode now too, by the way, so if you want to aim yourself instead of having the AI do it, then you can, of course, do that. For me personally, I much prefer having the AI do it because I'm much more used to that, and I personally prefer it because it allows me to avoid damage just that much easier. And obviously, as you can tell from the fact that I have obviously I accrued 151 training skill points, I kind of understand a little bit about the game here. Not obviously as much as you possibly could if you've played the game for this entire time. But anyway, we're just going to increase our bow skill there. And we're just going to try to maximize its damage. We want to get to multi-shot as soon as possible. This is the reason why I also spec'd into critical hit chance, because I want to try to also maximize our eagle eye skill as much as possible, because if we can do that, we are going to have a whale of a time. Now, unfortunately, the Huntress starts off pretty weak in the beginning because we don't have the ability to AoE. There is no AoE from her whatsoever at the start. And that is, of course, going to make a pretty big difference to how effective she's going to be in general in the early game. And she's really damaging, of course. She's really damaging. You can see that. She's doing basically able to kill things in 2 hits, I believe, unless she criticals. And if she criticals, then she kills things in 1 hit. So that's obviously great. However, whoa, what is that? Okay, there is a sandworm. Alright, that is not actually very pleasing to see. Okay, that is going to absolutely murder me. Possibly. I'm not entirely sure about that just yet. Maybe we'll be okay. Maybe we'll be able to avoid it. Maybe we'll be fine. I'm hopeful that I'm not going to take too much damage here either. These spiders actually move relatively quickly. Okay, so here we go. Now, SOS signals and treasure chests, or these supply chests, are going to be dropping throughout the map. and you can then pick them up for an upgrade of some kind. And personally for me, I'm probably going to be going for Giant Enemy Crab, because this gives me weapon critical damage 10%. And of course, that's going to make a huge difference to us overall. Otherwise, the SOS signal, you know what that does? Well, yeah, it brings you reinforcements. In other words, you can then get another survivor added to your team. And for me personally, I'm probably going to take the SWAT. The Ghost is really good, but as I said to you before, I don't have any dodge chance, so it's unlikely that this is going to be as effective, because if I had spec'd my points into dodge, I would have, I think, a base dodge chance of 7.5%, and if obviously you take the Ghost, eventually you'll be able to get even more dodge chance and so on. But I'm going to go for reload speed for the SWAT here. Well, I'm going to get reload speed for taking the SWAT. And we're also going to... Oh, automatic turret straight away or multi-shot. No, I'm going to take multi-shot even though automatic turret is absolutely insane. I did an ability-focused build some time ago, and it was amazing. I literally survived until the very end of the entire level, basically, and it was the most overpowered thing I could ever think of. It was so incredibly fun. It was really, really fun. And that is that is entirely the point. That is entirely the point of playing a game like this. You want to try to become as strong as possible. So I'd highly recommend the automatic turret build if you focus on ability damage and, you know, ability cooldown and stuff like that. Anyway, Ricochet, what's this? SWAT loads his weapons with special ammunition that allows each bullet fired to ricochet once. Okay, that's a new ability, I think. I don't think I've seen that before, but I'm going to be upgrading his pistol because we obviously want him to get a weapon that is actually going to be somewhat decent. Okay, those big zombies just disappeared. I actually wonder whether we could have killed them. It probably would have been cool if we could have killed them. Okay, yeah, this thing's now tracking me quite a bit. I wonder whether it kills the zombies. It doesn't seem like it kills the zombies. Okay, that's good to know. Alright, more Eagle Eye, thank you very much. We are just going to be going for Eagle Eye as much as possible. I also want to try to get the medic, okay? The next survivor I want is the medic. If we can get her, everything is going to be good. Oh yes, everything is going to be absolutely amazing. Oh, there's a nice pickup. Killing Frenzy increases your attack speed dramatically, and, well, basically increases your actions dramatically. So you're going to have a really, really easy time of, well, doing everything in the game. So let me actually just loot this, try not to get killed by that guy. Ooh, weapon fire rate, weapon critical damage, or we can go for health regen. If I can get the medic, I don't need health regen, so I'm going to go for the weapon fire rate and the weapon critical damage. I'm going to try to maximize the amount that I can do. And we can only hope that I will get the medic this time. If I don't get the medic, yes, we did get the medic. Okay, that is absolutely insane. I am really, really pleased about this. So the medic is actually a very kind of hidden class, and I'm not saying that to say like, oh yeah, this is something that I don't know and no one else knows, but no, I think that in general the medic is secretly very strong, and you just have to give her a chance. And the reason why I say that is because I played as her as my main leader, as the squad leader, and playing with her like that was absolutely eye-opening, because it basically said to me, you can play with any character as your leader and they all offer something completely different but so incredibly strong. And it's so fun. It is just so incredibly fun to see that happen, because obviously, as you can see right here, I'm just literally running around, you know, doing whatever I want to do here. I'm going to take the automatic turret now, and that's the thing. As I say, the medic actually does a lot of damage, if you can believe it. She does a lot of damage with her main weapon if you upgrade it as the leader. So there was one time where I basically got super unlucky with what I actually wanted to get in regards to my upgrades. And so what I had to do was I had to level my medic's main damage, my main damage skill. And I thought to myself, oh, okay, this is not going to go so well, because I thought to myself, yeah, the medic's probably not going to be able to do that much damage. So I was very worried in general about it. But I shouldn't have been, because the medic actually soloed huge amounts of mobs for me, and I had no issues whatsoever with her at all. Going to be taking dodge chance 10% here. Turns out that maybe taking that dodge probably would have made more sense, but oh well, never mind. Doesn't really matter too much, I suppose. Otherwise, we'll go for automatic turret once again. That does reduce its cooldown, so we are then able to utilize it just that much more often. And if you, as I say, do go for an ability-focused build, it is highly recommended. I'm going to re-roll this, actually. I'm going to go for handgun. In my opinion, at least, it is highly recommended to go for as much cooldown reduction as possible. I one time had, I think, what was it? I think 50% or 40%. I'm not entirely sure. What is there? Is there a cap? That's the thing I don't actually know. Is there a hard cap in regards to cooldown reduction? I don't know. I'm not gonna be able to give you concrete evidence on that. But the fact is, if there is a hard cap, I got really close to it, and I was able to, you know, get as much as I wanted, basically, in terms of cooldown reduction. And so I was basically having a turret, actually multiple turrets up at any one time, and it was absolutely amazing. It felt so incredibly good. It was so satisfying. Really fun to play like that. So that's the kind of thing that I'm talking about, and that's the reason why, if you do go for that ability cooldown, ability damage build, you're gonna see the turret, and let me tell you, my stats afterwards, the turret was incredible. It literally did, I think, 3 times the amount of damage that any other ability did. So yeah, you can kind of tell exactly what's going on there. Anyway, I'm going to go for ability cooldown here, because why not? Might as well go for ability cooldown if there's nothing else. And we have an SOS signal over here. There's a boss coming up from the top left as well. Going to go for more multi-shot here. I do want to try to increase the Huntress's abilities all the way to explosive shot if we can handle it. Hopefully we're going to be able to get that, because she has the ability to shoot explosive arrows, and I was very much hoping that we could get that. I'm going to continue upgrading the medic's handgun, because believe it or not, her next upgrade is actually really good. It's like a... oh, this is a new boss. Okay, hello. This is a new boss and a half. Okay, yeah, so there's the syringe gun. This is the thing that I was talking about. This is absolutely... secretly very powerful, in my opinion at least. I don't know whether people have been talking about this, but otherwise, as you can see, it does damage per second. Yeah, it's a damage per second kind of weapon. I'm gonna go for multi-shot here whenever I can, and hopefully I'm not going to get murdered by this thing. I am very pleased that we are not. Okay, yeah, this guy is just going to get murdered. I don't think he can really do too much to us, but I really love the fact that they've added so many more things that you can avoid as well. Because obviously in the other level, you still have a pretty decent amount to, well, survive, but it is a lot less, a lot less grand, shall we say. You know, usually you're going to get bonked on the head by a massive hammer or something like that, rather than eaten by a sandworm, like in this case. So yeah, anyway, here we go. What do we want to do here? Eagle Eye, I guess, right? Eagle Eye. Yeah, just try to increase our critical hit chance as much as possible. And try to avoid... There we go. Don't get killed. We got another upgrade right here as well. That is what we want. Get it, get it. Okay, there we go. Ability cooldown and ability damage. Healing bonuses plus 25%. I've actually taken that one time, and I thought to myself, yeah, this is actually kind of good. So I'm going to take this. Because, believe it or not, being able to heal yourself really fast is actually somewhat powerful. Yeah, I know. It may be a bit of a boring thing to take because, you know, it's not like a thing that explodes on the enemy or whatever. But for me personally, I don't really care, because if it gives me the opportunity to survive that much longer, then sign me up, you know? Sign me up. Anyway, we're going to go for more field surgery here. Field surgery, absolutely insane. Helps you to survive so well. And you can actually just run into enemies and not be so worried about taking damage. And that's kind of what I'm talking about here. So let me just go over to this, and we're going to gain some experience from this and some... wait a minute. Eagle Eye, I guess. Yeah, Helicopter Strike could actually be kind of useful, but as I say, I'm not really taking an ability-focused build right now, so I'm kind of prioritizing other things, except the automatic turret, of course. The automatic turret is very good, so I kind of want to get that as best we can. Also, bear in mind the syringe is actually AoE as far as I'm aware. Is that true? I think it's AoE. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But it looks like it to me, because there's that pink purplish cloud that explodes when it hits. I'm actually kind of wondering whether it is AoE. But I know that the medic does get an additional ability once the syringe is fully upgraded, which is like an AoE grenade kind of thing, I believe. So yeah, that's actually really cool too to use. But yeah. Anyway, we're hopefully going to be okay here. Cause enemies to kill 150 of their own allies in the same run. Oh, okay. That's obviously a new achievement associated with this particular map, and we're just going to take self-care here. That's going to increase my HP slightly. I'm not sure how effective that's really going to be for me, to be honest. But there's another SOS signal here. I feel like I don't have enough damage. Is that just me? I feel like I don't have enough damage. I really want to get more field surgery, but I can't do that right now. Should I have gotten that? I should have gotten the field surgery, shouldn't I? I feel like I'm a bit fragile at the moment. I don't have a huge amount of damage reduction or anything like that, so I'm kind of worried. Okay, there we go. Now we just healed ourselves. Let's try and get this so we can get another perk. There we are. Another automatic turret, I guess. Yeah, why not? Try and get as much of that as possible, at least, because I've said multiple times now that it is really strong, so why shouldn't I, right? You know, why shouldn't I take advantage of it as much as we can? Okay, yeah, well, apart from that, these guys, have they gotten changed? I'm actually not entirely sure. The guys that are shooting these globules of blood, I think they've made it a lot easier to see the projectiles, so I actually very much appreciate that. Because let's face it, you know, nothing is worse than getting hit by a projectile that you can't see, right? Anyway, I'm hopeful that my Huntress will actually finally gain her final weapon ability. Getting a bit unlucky with her choices, unfortunately, so that is not the best. Okay, so we got another upgrade available. Oh, Killing Frenzy's now come in. That's wonderful. Yeah, but once we get that explosive arrow thing, that's going to be so good. Or the freezing arrow. I don't really care either way which one it is, you know. I just want something that's going to be so good. Okay, ability cooldowns or weapon reload. I think I'm probably just going to go for healing bonuses, to be honest. As I've said before, I think healing bonus is absolutely amazing. I think it's underrated. So it's definitely something that I want to try to focus on a little bit more here. Okay, I'm just going to move down here, try to get the magnet. Because there is one down here. I feel like I'm actually quite slow. I feel like maybe what I should have done was get some more movement speed somehow, but I don't think I've gotten any perks that actually improve that, so maybe I'm just, you know, having wishful thinking or whatever. But there you go. We've got our last rank of multi-shot, and hopefully we're going to be able to get the next thing. Yes, there's explosive arrows. Fantastic. Look at that. That's absolutely amazing. Now we're going to be cooking with gas, because this is going to enable us to explode our opponents just that much easier. Look at this. Massive AoE damage now being done, and it actually does almost 1,000 damage with these explosions. As you can see, it's just chunking the boss. This boss is just taking so much damage, and we're firing 2 arrows at once as well, so I'm not entirely sure if we're doing 1,400 as a result of that, but, well, it doesn't really matter either way. As long as he's dead, right? As long as he's dead, that's all that matters. Anyway, let me just try to make sure that I don't get cornered by the boss and the mummies that are walking through the dunes attempting to attack us here. But we should be fine. I actually do want to try to eliminate these bosses, because they are going to drop me some pretty significant experience. So I'm going to stand relatively close to them to get that done. There we go. Oh wow, that was ill-advised, wasn't it? Yes, that was very ill-advised. Okay, so I'm going to try to move up to this health here, as well as go to the next upgrade. There we go. 350 HP restored. And let's get this. Okay, lifesteal chance, 3%. Dodge chance, yeah, I will go for the dodge chance. And as you can now tell, imagine this. Imagine I had taken the ninja character. If I had played as him, I'd have dodge chance. And then if I'd also gone for dodge chance in my skills, then I literally would have, I think, what is it now? 30% dodge chance right now, I think, or 35% dodge chance. I'm actually not entirely sure, but I would have had an insane amount of dodge chance, and that would have increased my survivability dramatically. So that's something to bear in mind. There are so many different builds and various skill orders that you can take in this game as well, which really, really makes a huge difference. Okay, field surgery, please give me that. Thank you very much. Definitely want that. And we are restoring ourselves quite well, but I feel like I should have taken the medkit actually earlier on. Remember when I said, should I take the medkit? And then I said, well, the medic's coming up, so we probably won't need that, right? Yeah, we probably won't need that. But anyway, let's just do this. Explosive arrows once again. We're just going to be firing more bullets at them. Thank you very much. And oh, hello, there's another upgrade over there. There is a survivor down below, but obviously we don't. I mean, obviously it's not a survivor, but it's like a you know, an additional ability. And if you don't take them, they're not going to be able to spawn more of them. So that's the reason why it's a good idea to try to get to them as soon as possible. Going to go for armor plus 15, even though I'm not sure how much that's really going to do, because the tank gives you plus 20 armor if you choose him as your leader. So plus 15 armor, I don't know whether it is that good, but I'm going to hope that it gives me about, I don't know, I'm hoping that it's 1% every single point of armor. So in other words, it's 15% damage reduction. I don't know whether that's the case though, so do bear that in mind. Anyway, let's have a look here. Arrow rain or syringe gun? No, we'll just go for syringe gun. As I say, I wouldn't mind getting the one of the grenade focused things. And, oh, hello, there's another one. Let's go, get it. Run. Okay, apparently we're not getting so attacked at the moment. Okay, that's actually kind of nice. A little bit of a respite right here. And it might be a good idea for me to actually start upgrading the SMG. I don't know whether we really need that much more critical. And here we go. So I'm actually just going to stand here for the moment until one of the next spawns happen, because we have our wonderful turret here. Oh yeah, of course. Now the worm spawns. Yeah, this does actually prevent you from camping in a certain position for quite some time. So, you know, you got to be a bit more on your feet, I suppose. Anyway, I'm hopeful that the turret will actually focus the boss. I don't know, it seems like it was a little bit slow in targeting that. Oh well, never mind. I can hopefully just move around here. Yep, there we go. He's going to die relatively quickly, I think. Going to take stone skin. That's going to prevent me from taking some damage, or at the very least it's going to make it so that I don't take as much. And we can now move down to our upgrade over here. Just going to avoid the mummy wall, as it were, and we can then go over to the upgrade. Come on, let's get over there. I'm actually regenerating really fast right now as well, so very pleased about that. Otherwise I would have been dead 1,000 times over by now, I think. Anyway, another bit of dodge chance, and as you can see, that's 30% dodge chance, so we would have had around 45%, I think, maybe somewhere around there, if I had chosen the ninja class as my squad leader, as well as obviously taken the training points and put them in that. So, you know, taking my skill points and put them in that. So that would have been really powerful. But obviously I didn't do that, so I'm out of luck, aren't I? I'm out of luck. Anyway, let me see. Wow, there's a lot of experience around here. And there's another survivor nearby, so let me actually just see if I can get to that. Don't get killed by the exploding toxic zombies, please. That would not be too good. And there we go. Another little bit of defense. Another little bit of defense, and there's the survivor. Nice. Alright, so what can we get? Ugh, I kind of want to get Ricochet, hilariously enough, but this is only him that it affects, as you can see. So I'm not entirely sure if that's any good, to be honest. I feel like if you are going to be prioritizing the SWAT, then I think Ricochet could be really powerful. But as it stands, I'm not really using him for damage as much. I'm using his turret, but himself, he's not doing as much as he possibly could, because he can do insane damage if you spec into him, you know? If you upgrade his SMG into something even better, and so on, that can really make a big difference. But as it stands right now, my current build is focusing on the Huntress, and indeed focusing a little bit more on the medic as well. So there's that. So yeah, maybe that's a mistake, you know? Maybe that's a mistake. I'm actually not entirely sure if I'm even going to be able to achieve victory here, to be honest. Anyway, XP modifier, healing bonuses, lifesteal chance. I'm going to go for the healing bonus. Once again, that's a 75% increase to my overall healing bonuses. That means that whenever I receive healing, I'm going to get 75% more healing from it. And I'm very much hoping that that actually improves my overall health regen as well. I think it does. At least I hope so. Because if it doesn't, then I'm very sad indeed. Very sad indeed by that. But yes, anyway, there we go. Just going to draw everything towards me. Syringe gun is what I'm going to take. Thank you. And can we level up again? No. Just about missed out on the next level. But that's fine. That is absolutely fine. And we've got another survivor already. You see exactly what I'm talking about here, though. This game just keeps you on your toes every single step of the way. If you'll forgive the pun there, because, you know, it keeps you on your toes. Get it? Every step of the way. Yeah. You're gonna have to run all the time. Yeah. Anyway, let me see here. Okay, what do we got? Yeah. Oh wow, these are all not exactly what I want to take. I'm gonna re-roll this. SMG or field surgery. I could go for another one in field surgery, but I'm actually not entirely sure. You know what? I am gonna go for another in field surgery, even though that is probably a mistake. but I'm going to take it nevertheless. Maybe I should have taken the SMG. I don't know. That's always the thing that you've got to consider here, you see. Every single time you go into one of these little selections, it's a dilemma. Well, unless there's obviously a clear-cut option, but generally in these kinds of situations, you're going to be like, oh no, what do I take, you know? There's a number of really, really viable options every single time. And of course, if there aren't any viable options, then you can just re-roll it if you so desire. And of course, you can skip and you can do all other kinds of things to manipulate what you get. But obviously for me, I don't have those at the moment because I just haven't decided to pick those. So weapon critical chances, I think what I'm actually going to take here, because I feel like I need more damage. So getting some more critical chance is probably going to make a great deal of sense. Syringe gun is what I'm going to take here as well. Not a big fan of grenade trail or arrow rain, to be honest. I have played with them before. I think they're actually pretty good, but you need to be aware that they are kind of interesting to play with. You need to keep away from enemies. I know that sounds really stupid to say, considering that's the whole idea of the game, but you need to very much position yourself in a way that you can maximize the damage that these abilities do. You can't just move any way you want. You've got to be more strategic in the way that you use it. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, I could go for freezing flasks now, which I think I'm probably going to do, because as you can see, ease their pain indefinitely with liquid nitrogen-filled vessels. And that's what the medic is now going to use. So instead of the syringe, she's going to use these liquid nitrogen flasks, and they slow the enemy, as far as I'm aware. And that can actually be really, really useful. So I am actually going to be hoping that that pays off. I hope it pays off, at least. I really hope it does. Anyway, we're moving super fast. Oh yeah, I just got super speed. Okay, yeah, I wondered, I thought to myself, oh, why am I moving so fast? Yeah, it's probably because of that. Anyway, weapon reload time, minus 15%. I think that actually seems a really, really good thing to take. I'm going to take that. And we're going to go on a killing frenzy now as well. I think that the weapon reload speed is super, super good. Hopefully that's going to make a big difference to us. And we're going to go over to the survivor as well. Get another perk. Okay, oh, more freezing. Okay, yep, I think I'm going to go for more freezing flasks, thank you. And we got another magnet here as well. Going to take that. Okay, is that going to level me? No, just about not. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, as you can see, look at the liquid nitrogen. The liquid nitrogen actually affects bosses as well. And you can see how slow he is now in comparison to how he was moving beforehand. It's absolute insanity. It's so, so good. Oh yeah, also you have a chance to parry apparently as well. As you saw there, I actually parried one of the boss's abilities. That was actually really cool. Okay, I'm going to need to be careful here. I wonder whether I can actually run through these things. Okay, we'll just go for SMG. There we go. We've got Killing Frenzy on at the moment. Let's get the Stone Skin too. We got the Survivor over here as well. We need to make sure that we are keeping on top of these things. Whenever there's a spawn, you need to make sure you go over to those. Otherwise, well, you might not have the best of times. Anyway, let's see here. Here we go. Oh, yes. We got the Assault Rifle. Okay, that's absolutely perfect. And now we're good. Now we're pretty good. So now that means that I can basically just relax a little bit more, because the Assault Rifle is actually... I think we're done. Yep. I think we're done. There you go. I actually, I got so carried away that I was just not even realizing what was happening with the time. But we were able to do something pretty cool. And you can see here that the explosive arrows literally did 1.3 million damage. And in comparison, the automatic turret did 512,000. But bear in mind that the things that I was going for were not, tuned to the turret's damage. I wasn't getting ability damage. I don't have ability damage in my skill points or anything like that. And then in comparison, you can see that the medic basically does very little damage, and compared to the huntress and things like that. But of course, that's how it's going to be. She's primarily a support character, and that is of course how it's how it's designed. Anyway, there you go. We got a whole bunch of achievements, as you can see right there. Now we can go over to the training menu, and we've got 11 extra skill points to spend. So what do we want to do? Well, I can spec into dodge chance now if I want to. I can get more reroll. I can say that my abilities deal more damage, for example. Abilities, ability cooldown is reduced. You know what? I'm going to reset my points once again. You know what? You know why I'm going to do this? I'm going to do this because I want to actually show you a run that is literally just focused on abilities. And I think this is going to be super, like, really fun to see. Or at least I hope it's going to be fun to see. I'm going to go for dodge chance this time as well. And we're not going to go for any of these. Reduce damage received from enemies, of course. That's going to be super useful. Collect more money. Collecting more money is really useful. But I'm not entirely sure if it's really going to be that useful for me right now. I don't know. Maybe it's going to be good. Maybe it's not. Okay, well, whatever the case, we want to try to heal fast. What about critical hit chance? That could be good as well. Let's go for invulnerability frames. Ooh, barely had enough to be able to even do that. Okay, let's go for this. There we are. That's all I can do. Unfortunate. Oh, I really wanted more. I wanted more of it. Okay, well, the reason why we want to do this is we obviously want to play with the engineer. The engineer is obviously the best there. I need to kill 2,000 only 2,000 more zombies for us to be able to unlock the next tier of her upgrades. So that's kind of how you progress in the game, apart from the fact that you're going to be picking up money. You're also going to be earning kills with the various classes, and you can do that with every single one of them, as you can see right here. And I'm actually wondering... You know what I'm actually wondering about right now? I'm thinking maybe I'll play as the medic and then just get the engineer later on when I have the ability to do so, and then get the SWAT. Because obviously what I want to do is I want to try to maximize the amount of abilities that I have. And, well, the medic doesn't really have any abilities that are going to deal damage, but she is going to be extremely useful for our survivability. So I'm thinking, yes, we will start as the medic, and we'll play on the same... Should we play on the same one? Should we play on the same one? Yeah, I think we'll play on the same level. I think that sounds super fun. You can also obviously play on endless if you so desire, but should I play on endless mode? You know what? Let's play on endless mode and see how far we can get. I think that might be quite fun in itself, but it's also going to give you an opportunity to take a look at the the endless mode in general. Okay, so this is obviously going to be a little bit different, the way that it spawns enemies and things. Because it is endless in comparison to a 20-minute condensed, game mode. So, you're not going to be as swarmed that fast. But yeah, we're just going to try to earn as much experience as we can get. I'm just going to try to stand relatively close to these guys so that the experience comes to me as soon as possible. Going to go for handgun here. Don't need any healing at the moment. Although that could change pretty quickly, as you can see. Enemies are coming at me quite fast right now. Surprisingly enough, I wasn't expecting that. Okay, yeah, maybe it would have been a good idea for me to get that then. You know what? I'm still going to go for handgun. I'm still going to be an idiot about it. I'm just going to upgrade handgun as much as possible. We've got super speed right there. And I think the first survivors and the upgrades come in at either 1 minute or 1 minute 30. So we'll see whether that is actually true. Yeah, it seems like 1 minute 30 they start to come in. Let's go for handgun once again. I'm just going to try and power level her as soon as I can, because basically getting her leveled up as fast as possible is actually really useful, because if we can do that, it's going to mean that I will then have the ability to level her weapon skills just that much faster. So there's the syringe gun already, which is super powerful, as I've said before. It is really good. So there we go. We've got the upgrade here. Survivor comes in at 1 minute 30, I think. Healing bonuses. I think I'm probably just going to go for the healing bonus straight away. We already have a 50% increased bonus because we have the medic as our leader. But then apart from that, of course, we have the apple as well. So that's now given us 75% straight away. So that's really strong. Okay, so we got the tank. I'm going to re-roll this. Got the engineer. Okay, perfect. We'll take the engineer. Thank you. The engineer has like electric-based abilities, and indeed his weapon also. Eventually he can use like an arc caster kind of deal, where he can literally just fire, lightning over and over again at enemies, and it loops between people as well. So it's actually really cool. It jumps between targets. So yeah, it's a fun class to play. Yeah, I'm actually a bit worried now though, because I don't have that much region. Because I haven't spec'd into the region thing. Yeah, that might be a bit problematic. Okay, so we're going to go for electrocution here. This is his main ability that does damage. And he has very low, well, shall we say, very low cooldowns in general for his abilities, which is actually really good. But the problem with them is that they are starting kind of high in terms of their cooldowns. Gonna go for field surgery here just so that we can restore ourselves as best as we can. Let's try to kill this thing, please. Okay, kill this, kill this. I wanna actually kill these bosses relatively quickly so I can get their experience. Okay, we got another upgrade over there. Should probably go and get that. There's a charging guy coming my way. I need to get electrocution as soon as possible. I need to get as much of that as possible, because in the end, that's actually going to be dealing some pretty decent damage. The electric turret is also fantastic too, by the way. So anyway, ooh, collecting the magnet power-up also regenerates 250 health. That seems pretty fun, but I'm going to take the glass of milk, because that is going to make me tankier and more difficult to kill, which is kind of what we want, of course. And yeah, so it does seem as though the worm actually does deal damage to enemies as well. So that's really, really cool to see. Gonna go for another electrocution there. It's also going to increase its range. It's like an AoE thing around me, by the way. So that is going to deal some pretty good damage for us. And wait a minute, where is this survivor? There it is. Okay. This might be problematic. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna have to re-roll this. You cross your fingers, okay? Cross your fingers for SWAT. Ah. Gonna have to liberate. Oh no, that's bad. Okay, that's really bad. I really needed the SWAT right there. Basically, if you don't get what you need, then you can just take liberate, and it gives you a free level as well as some money. So instead of getting an additional survivor, you just get, you know, resources and, you know, the ability to pick a new perk and so on and so forth. So yeah, that's fine and everything. That's absolutely fine, but we really needed the SWAT so that we can actually get the so we could actually get the thing, you know, the automated turret, because that's the thing that's going to be dealing most of our damage with this build. So yeah, I was actually contemplating playing as the SWAT, but I didn't really want to do that because I wanted to get more kills with one of the other squad leaders. So that's the main concern there. Anyway, more electrocution. We've actually maxed it out now, so that's really, really nice. We've got another upgrade over in this direction, so I'm just going to move this way. I'm going to have to tank some of the damage here. There we are. Okay, field surgery once again, I think. Let's get this. Instantly reloads your weapons when you take damage. That sounds fun, but I'm actually going to go for health regen. I want to go for health regen as much as possible. Let's go for electric turret once again. Let's go for electric turret again. And, oh wow, okay, we got a lot of stuff coming up here. Okay, we'll go for more field surgery. I think that's it. Okay, I just took damage from that boss. Not exactly great, but, you know, needs must and everything, because I kind of needed to do that. And let's go and get some electric turret there. Another one of these electric turrets, and we can get Killing Frenzy. And there's another survivor. Okay, cross your fingers for SWAT. We really are going to need that SWAT. That is going to be so incredibly useful for us. Okay, let's do it. Yes, we got him. We got him. Okay, absolutely perfect. Now all we need to do is just level up a bunch of times. Try to get the automated turret as leveled up as possible. Hopefully we can kill some of these bosses. Kill this guy, please. There we go. And hopefully we can kill this one. Just going to try and focus on him as best I can here. Bear in mind that abilities are not that powerful against bosses, so it does take a little bit longer to kill bosses with this build, but that's the point. If you have a lot of survivability and decent movement speed and things like that, you're not really going to care, because you can literally just run around and do whatever you need to do. Ah, yes. This is not what I needed. This is not what I needed. Okay, I'll just go for the pistol, I guess. Yeah, this is not working out too well for me right now. Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, well, I guess I'll just go over to where the magnet is, and I'll just try to pick up some things along the way. Some Killing Frenzy, Stone Skin power-ups are always going to be welcome, of course. And there's an upgrade over in this direction as well. We'll probably want to pick that up as soon as possible too. So yeah, so many bosses on the field right now, which is not exactly great. There's the automated turret. Fantastic. That's exactly what we needed. Ability damage plus 10%. Yes, thank you. That is very, very powerful for us right now. There's the magnet. There we go. Oh, unfortunate. Okay, I will go for the helicopter strike this time. I said to you before that I wasn't going to take that, but this time around, it's definitely going to be in keeping with our build, and we're going to make sure that we have, you know, the ability to keep our... Oh, no. Oh, no. Am I dead? Am I going to die here? No, hopefully not. Okay, there we go. There's the helicopter coming through. It does 350 damage, which is actually quite good, I guess. I mean, it does it in a line to every single person in that vicinity, so it is okay. You know, it's pretty good for what it does, considering the fact that there are so many enemies on the screen. You're inevitably going to be doing thousands of damage in the process, because, you know, total, you're going to do thousands of damage. Anyway, another helicopter strike, as well as the fact that the cooldown is reduced by a significant amount whenever you take it. So being able to utilize it more is definitely going to make a big difference to your overall damage output. But I personally feel like it's not the best ability. I'd say that the automated turret is definitely the best one, but that's just me. I don't know. That's just my thinking on it. Maybe there are some other people that have come up with other things. But from my perspective, I feel like the automated turret is just so fun to play with, especially with the electric turret, because if you just go for both turrets at the same time and you actually have them spawned in the same area, they can deal so much damage at once. And let me just try to avoid this. Thank you. There we are. Another one of these. Thank you. Yes. Oh, this is perfect. Okay, yeah, field surgery once again. And yeah, then we can go for the upgrade. I've got super speed. Might as well use it, right? Might as well use it. There we go. Let me just make sure that I don't actually get murdered in the process. There we are. Okay. Magnet range plus 25%. Not entirely sure if I really care about that too much. Lifesteal chance, lifesteal value. I don't care about that either. I guess I'll go for the magnet range. That's not really what I wanted. I wanted something like, you know, ability cooldown reduction or ability damage or something along those lines. I mean, obviously that's what I want. You know, that's the entire purpose of the build. But yeah, you can't do much about it. You know, you can't do much about it sometimes. Obviously, you can try to spec into a little bit more of the rerolls, so you have more control over what you get. But sometimes, yeah, sometimes that's just not possible. Okay, so we're just going to stand here now, alright? So I'm just going to stand here, and we're just going to try to maximize the abilities or, you know, that we have available to us right here. Look at that boss, he literally just evaporated. And look at this, look at this. The same thing with this guy right here. He's literally just evaporating before us because he's standing in 2-3 turrets at once. We have a magnet here as well, and the turret is just going to get more powerful, right? It's just going to get more powerful over time. Look, it's actually at maximum rank now, and now I'm going to be spawning 2 at once, because basically what happens is you have a turret out, and because you've reduced your cooldown so dramatically, and the duration is so long, you're going to be able to get 2 of them out at the same time, and they're going to be doing double damage. And so you can imagine that the amount of damage you're able to output is just so immense that it really increases your kill potential so much. It's amazing. It really is. Okay, so I need to go over here to this upgrade. That's the only reason why I left that area. Okay, what do we have? Oh, ability cooldown reduction. I think I'll probably take that, I guess. Even though the other thing actually seems really good and probably better than this, but you know, instantly reloading your weapons whenever you take damage, I mean, that is so incredibly strong. That is really strong, so maybe I should have taken that instead, but you know, I should probably take it next time, shouldn't I? I really should. But as I say, I'm not really relying on my weapons as much, so maybe it's not really necessary. Anyway, I'm going to take field surgery. That is the last rank of field surgery that I can actually take, so we'll go for syringe gun now, and we'll start to try to maximize our survivability just that much more, because survivability at this point is definitely paramount. Okay, there we go. Because if I can survive long enough to be able to... if I can basically just take a bunch of damage from bosses and shrug it off, that is kind of what we want. We want to be able to do that. That's the main goal here. Being able to basically just have so much resilience and so much strength that our abilities can then finish off the opponent. That's kind of what we want to do. At least that's my idea, okay? That's my idea. It doesn't mean that it's the best one, because obviously, technically, the best one would probably be to do as much damage as possible with pretty much every single thing at your disposal. But from my perspective, being able to summon as many abilities as possible, as fast as possible, is going to make more sense. Like, for example, Grenade Trail. I feel like maybe this would actually be really good. I don't know. Would it actually be really good? Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to take it just because maybe it's actually going to be useful. I don't know, you see. I have no idea. I have not really used this thing ever before, so maybe it's going to be a completely useless thing that is not really part of my playstyle, but it is an ability, so I'm kind of thinking to myself, well, maybe it's going to be good, you know? Maybe it's actually going to be good. Anyway, we're taking massive damage here. Hopefully I'm not going to die at this point. I'd like to survive at least 20 minutes. Because I think that's probably going to be my limit at the point at that point. Because I think that the ninja himself is actually better in these kinds of late game situations than pretty much any other class at the moment. So yeah, it probably would have been good for me to select him if I wanted to do endless mode, but I actually wasn't planning on endless mode at the time. I just thought, hey, you know what, let's try it out, you know, see how far we can get. But yeah, you can see here I'm taking insane damage right now, but thankfully because we are healing ourselves at such a dramatic rate, I shouldn't have too many problems. But I haven't been able to get any maximum HP increases or anything, so that might actually spell our doom in the end. That might be a bit problematic. Oh well, we'll see. Okay, let's see here. Okay, invincibility after being hit or weapon critical chance. I'm gonna get the weapon, no, wait, not the weapon critical chance. I'll get the invincibility after being hit, because this is really, really useful. This really makes a big difference. You know, getting more invulnerability frames basically means that you can just run through enemies and not have to fear that you're going to get attacked multiple times in a row. So you will not take, you know, double damage or whatever it is. So it's going to make a big difference. Okay, so taser or pistol. Ugh, okay, these are not so good. I will go for pistol. And I'm thinking, I'm actually not entirely sure. What is the other ability for the SWAT? I think it's sniper. Does he have a sniper instead of an assault rifle? I'm actually not entirely sure. Anyway, we're just going to stick around here a little bit, just going to kill these bosses, because these two turrets spawned in quick succession of themselves, so that's actually really nice. And we can hopefully do good damage here as well. I'm going to have to move relatively soon, unfortunately, because I need to go over to the survivor. And there's my helicopter coming in as well. It's been a while since we've actually upgraded that, but there's the worm coming in as well, so hopefully that's going to make a big difference. Because, let's face it, he's the one that's doing a lot of damage for us right now. Gonna go for some more syringe gun. I feel like maybe I should try out Ricochet at some point too. I'm not sure. Ricochet seems like a pretty strong ability in general. 25% chance, and the SWAT does seem to attack really, really quickly. So, you know, 25% chance on every single shot, right? Yeah. As you can see, that allows each bullet fired to ricochet once. I think that seems like a super powerful ability. Maybe we want to even take it. I don't know. I guess I will take it. I'm going to take it and see what happens. I mean, I'm still only using the pistol with the guy, so he's not really going to be doing that much. But who knows? I mean, we are going to eventually be upgrading him, of course, so there is that. Okay, here we go. Let's just take this. Movement speed, lifesteal chance, movement speed. I'm going to take movement speed. There you go. And the automated turret should be spawning relatively soon. There it is. I mean, we can see the cooldown on the left there, by the way. If you didn't already know that, you can take a look at how much ammo each weapon has. You can see how long the cooldowns are on some of the abilities and when they're going to come back up. And yeah, all that wonderful stuff. I'm actually really surprised. Wait a minute. Wait. Does the automatic turret actually have HP? Because if it does, then that makes it a lot weaker than I thought it was beforehand. I actually wonder whether they changed that. I don't know. I don't know whether they changed that. But whatever the case, that just means that you've got to play more strategically, which is, you know, something I'm definitely in favor of. I think that's fine. I think that's perfectly fine. And I'm just going to go over to the survivor here as well. We're actually earning a lot of skill points, even though I'm not really trying to earn a lot of skill points. But yeah, we got 5 so far. Not too bad. And we're going to go for another pistol here. Ooh, there is actually a magnet available. I'm going to go for the magnet. There we go. That's going to level me up quite a bit. Wow, activation chance 40% now. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, that was a lot of experience as well. Bear in mind, I'm now level 37, so, you know, it is a pretty significant amount of experience to get almost a full level from that, actually, already as well. Okay, let's see. Healing bonuses. Or defeating a boss grants you a 3-second boost of weapon reload time and a 25% increase to weapon fire rate. That could be really, really useful. Guess I'm going to take that. I think that sounds pretty fun, considering we're killing bosses quite often. But as I say, I'd probably recommend a weapon build for this kind of thing instead. I mean, that just makes all the sense in the world in comparison, doesn't it? Anyway, we'll go for the SMG here, just because we can finally get the SMG, you know, for the SWAT. Yeah, even though I don't have a weapon build right now, it's kind of good to upgrade their weapons, I guess. Because they're going to need them at some point, you know, they're going to need them for the regular enemies some of the time. I kind of still want the medic to upgrade her weapon, because she has the ability to get the flasks now, and I wouldn't mind getting the freezing one, or I don't even know what the other one is actually. Is it explosive or something like that? I actually don't know, but it doesn't really matter, I suppose. I'm just going to try to survive as best I can. I don't know whether I can survive for another 5 minutes, can I? I think I can, right? I think I can. I mean, that's the point. It's endless, so you could basically just play for as long as you wanted to. Ooh, antidote flask. Okay, so this is AoE. Okay, so this is an AoE damage over time. That's actually really, really cool. I'm gonna be taking this. I actually wonder what would have happened if I got the antidote flask way before. You know, like almost at the very start. Would I have actually gained the ability to, you know, turn the medic into some kind of insane damaging powerhouse? Because from my perspective, I'm actually not entirely sure. Not entirely sure about that. I think maybe so. I don't know. Anyway, what do we have here? Ooh, dodge chance. Yes, I do need more dodge chance. Let me get that. Thank you very much. That was the thing that I'm missing, actually. I feel like that was the thing that I've been missing this entire time. Anyway, ricochet once again. 55% chance now for bullets to ricochet with our wonderful, wonderful SWAT person. And I think I should be okay. I'm taking a lot of damage right here, but we're going back up to full now. And there's a boss coming in. I kind of want to kill more of these, to be honest, because they are kind of overwhelming us at the moment. So I'm just going to stand here. And grenade trail, I guess. We'll go for grenade trail. There we go. That guy's just... Oh, he got murdered. Oh, no. I took 1,000 damage. I think that big guy hit me. Oh, there you go. Oh, well, never mind. All right, there it is. Okay, so I didn't last as long as the regular level, but that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. I had a whale of a time, and we got some pretty decent kills for the medic. As I say, I personally feel like, as you can see right here, the automatic turret did 611,000, and obviously, as you can tell, we didn't even get it at the very beginning. If I had taken the SWAT as my squad leader, and I had gotten the automatic turret instantly, then this literally would have been doing, you know, easily over 1 million damage in that time. So yeah, I absolutely love this game. I would highly recommend checking it out. There is a link in the description to be able to do that. And yeah, as I say, they're actually working on some really, really cool things as well. Obviously, apart from this new level, they are adding a huge amount of extra stuff in the next patch. And so that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.